Nick, I guess, what did you just kind of make of Jeff continuing to, I guess, take steps forward in terms of like his offensive production and such?
Yeah, he got to some spots and scored it, especially early. Obviously needed some scoring punch, and he took that on early. I thought the guys played really good, but Jeff kind of got them started and gave us some confidence and to hang in there. But defensively, we were really good the first half. Not so good the second, but really good the first half as well. So I thought every guy that stepped out there helped tonight, so that was good.
Do you think Jeff is playing with more confidence recently? Career high in scoring in Toronto, and then topped it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, I've said this before too. I've always kind of liked him. He really does, 25 to 35 almost every time he goes down to the G League. Got in a little bit of a numbers game here at the start of the season. We had, Tyrese and Reggie and Kyle and him. It was kind of tough to, give him many stints at all or any extended stints. And now he's just, he knows he's got to play a lot, knows he's not coming out much, right? And that always helps too. Yeah.
How did you think O'Shea played relative to what you expected this first game?
Little different than I expected. Usually he's a rebounding machine, and he'll go out there and grab a ton of boards. I don't know if he have one tonight? He had one rebound, one tip in. Came close on a few other offensive ones, but then he scored well, shot the ball really well. So it was pretty good 22 minutes there from him. Just played a lot of minutes yesterday, I think, in a game, and traveled in today and looked pretty good. I thought Jalen Hood-Schifino looked good too. He missed some shots, but I thought he got to some spots. I thought he got only maybe one questionable shot. He took 1 3 that it wasn't quite open, but the rest of them he got some clearance, and I thought he looked good handling the ball. So look forward to watching those guys play a little more.
You guys are going into these games, with a huge disadvantage. That being said, what are you looking at in regards to evaluating these young players?
Well, I think that the guys, especially that we're needing to see, like Bone is probably in this group tonight, one of the guys at the top of the list. Is he gonna? It's good. He can play that many minutes. Get on the glass, score, block shots. That's what we need him to keep. And I think he battled through a bit of an ankle problem there in the second half. Didn't look like it on that dunk that he had an ankle problem, but he's certainly one guy we're looking at really closely to keep improving, get more minutes. And then some of the other guys, Ricky and Jared, and then Jalen and O'Shea too, to see what they have. I mean, we just got to get these guys some minutes and see what level and if they can help us by getting these minutes, down the road.
As you guys embark on this 6-game trip, is there an expectation that Tyrese could possibly return on the trip at all? Or?
Yeah, I think yes. Give me the day-to-day guys again. Edwards, Drummond, Oubre, and Grimes are all day-to-day, and Tyrese he should get into this trip at some point. I don't think he'll make the next one, but maybe after that we can see where he's at.
I thought we normally ask you about Dem's defense, but what growth have you seen from him offensively?
Yeah, he seems to be finding some way to get clearance down there. He's got pretty good springs. He turns. There's some traffic there, but he just kind of gets up above it, and pretty good touch on some of those. So I think you watch the games too, but I don't know. It seems to me he looks like he's in trouble sometimes, and all of a sudden he springs up out of there and he's up over the top of them, and he's putting a little hook shot in or something like that. So he's been pretty effective around the basket.
Jared's three-point volume has gone up a lot the last maybe 3 or 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
Have you encouraged him to be more aggressive as a three-point shooter? Or is that just the ebbs and flows of the season and more minutes and more ball handling? Is it a combination of both? I guess how does that?
Yeah, he's a pretty good shooter, right? And same. I've probably said this before about other guys, but we did have the talk too. These teams are going under on these ball screens. You got to get the screen moved down a little bit. and then you gotta, if they go under, you gotta pull. You know, you gotta keep them honest. So I would expect his volume to continue to go up. He is a good shooter, though. He's got great mechanics, shoots a really high percentage. Just kind of normally, like during the day and training, before and after, like really high percentage shooter. You got to translate that to the games.
You've had an opportunity to get a few looks at Reese so far.
Yep.
How would you say that he's kind of coming along?
He's played okay. All right, I think he plays pretty hard. Plays a little bit bigger than he is. He'll protect the rim every now and then. Pretty strong rebounder. You know, he can rebound in traffic a little bit. Hasn't shot it probably as well up here as he did with the Blue Coats. But again, he's a kind of a pick and pop four that has, again, good mechanics, and I think again, just get his legs under him at this level a little bit. I think his shooting will improve. Okay, thanks everybody.